What if oxygen disappeared from the atmosphere for 10 seconds? Now, let's see together what will happen. Oxygen is a critical part of Earth's ecosystem, making up approximately 21% of the air we breathe. It is important for most living organisms, helping cellular respiration and energy production. Oxygen also plays a vital role in various chemical reactions that shape the planet's environment. If oxygen suddenly disappeared from the atmosphere for just 10 seconds, the results on homes and bridges would be incredibly significant. Many construction materials, especially metals like steel, rely on oxygen to stay stable through the formation of protective oxide layers. Without oxygen, these layers would instantly begin breaking down, leading to rapid corrosion. As a result, structural integrity would be compromised since metal surfaces would become more reactive and brittle. Small cracks might form and grow over time, dramatically weakening infrastructure. The very foundations we trust could begin to deteriorate in ways we never anticipated. Furthermore, this disappearance would affect the appearance of the sky. Normally, oxygen molecules scatter sunlight, giving the sky its blue hue. Without them, the sky would turn darker, toward a black or deep violet shade. This happens because the absence of oxygen reduces the scattering effect, making daylight dimmer and colors less vibrant. In addition to visual changes, airplanes flying through the sky would face immediate danger. Jet engines rely on oxygen from the atmosphere to combust fuel and generate thrust. Without oxygen, engines would stall instantly, causing planes to lose power mid-flight. This sudden loss of propulsion could lead to emergencies or even crashes. Similarly, humans would suffer greatly during this oxygen disappearance. Our blood, rich in hemoglobin, binds oxygen to transport it throughout the body, sustaining life. Without oxygen, red blood cells would lose their ability to carry this vital element, leading to immediate cellular suffocation. Even though 10 seconds seems short, brain cells can begin dying after only a few seconds without oxygen. Vital organs would begin to fail rapidly, creating a high-level medical emergency. We must not forget the importance of oxygen in igniting fire. It is a main and essential factor for combustion. We need it for heating, cooking, and many other purposes. The sudden absence and return of oxygen may lead to natural disasters. Not only would fires be affected, but sound propagation would also change dramatically. Sound travels through air molecules, so without oxygen, the atmosphere's density would decrease, and sound would travel less efficiently. Voices, noises, and acoustic signals could become faint or even inaudible. Communication and emergency warnings would become extremely difficult to maintain. Underwater environments would also feel the impact. Although oxygen is dissolved in water, its source is atmospheric oxygen. Without it, aquatic plants would stop photosynthesis, and oxygen levels in water would plummet. Fish and other marine creatures would begin to suffocate within moments. As a result, the entire aquatic ecosystem's balance would be disrupted, leading to rapid biodiversity decline. This disruption would also affect microscopic organisms. Many bacteria and single-celled organisms rely on oxygen to survive, while others thrive in anaerobic conditions. The sudden loss of oxygen would upset microbial ecosystems, causing some species to perish and others to overgrow. This imbalance could affect nutrient cycles and overall soil and water health. Metals and minerals on Earth would undergo unusual reactions. Without oxygen, metal oxidation would stop, but protective oxide layers would deteriorate. This could accelerate degradation due to other environmental factors. Some minerals that rely on oxygen in their chemical structure might become unstable or change forms. Birds, which heavily depend on oxygen for flight, would struggle immensely. Their high metabolic rate requires a constant oxygen supply to sustain energy. Without it, their muscles would fatigue quickly, making flight impossible. Many birds might fall from the sky due to sudden energy loss. The change in air density and composition would also affect aerodynamic lift, putting the survival of flying species at immediate risk. Beyond these natural consequences, global weather patterns must be considered. Oxygen plays a role in ozone layer chemistry, which protects Earth from harmful UV radiation. A sudden disappearance of oxygen would disrupt the ozone layer, increasing UV exposure dramatically. This could cause severe harm to ecosystems and human health in a short time. Technology dependent on chemical sensors would fail. Devices like ventilation systems, medical machines, and pollution monitors all rely on oxygen sensors. Their failure could create dangerous situations, especially in hospitals and industrial facilities.
Another important point is the psychological effect on humans. Even a brief loss of oxygen could cause widespread panic and confusion. The sudden absence of breathable air could lead to mass hysteria and chaos in crowded areas. This social unrest would complicate emergency responses and public safety efforts. Agriculture would also suffer major consequences. Plants rely indirectly on atmospheric oxygen for soil health and root respiration. Without oxygen, crop growth would slow dramatically, threatening food security. Prolonged oxygen loss could lead to widespread famine. In conclusion, the sudden disappearance of oxygen for just 10 seconds could cause catastrophic effects across natural, human, and technological systems. From ecosystem collapse to equipment failure and threats to human life, oxygen's presence is absolutely essential. What do you think about these scenarios? Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more fascinating explorations in our next video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. We truly appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.